Hi everyone, I am Goddess Green again, and I teach how to create the life you desire. Today I am going to be speaking about how to maintain your manifestations. In my previous post, I talked about the tools for manifesting, meditation, appreciation, and scripting. Now, once you start practicing these tools and you focus on the thing that you want to desire, you're going to start to see these things manifesting in your life. Now, if you've been a person that has been practicing a lot of negative thoughts most of your life, those negative habits are going to come back and influence these manifestations, because the tools that I gave work. It works, and your life is going to change, and you're going to start to see a lot of your desires surrounding your life. Now, you haven't fully changed because you still have a lot of negative patterns that are part of who you've always been. Patterns of anxiety, patterns of frustration, patterns of constant worry, patterns of always wanting to know where things are, what's going to happen, what you're going to do next, figuring things out, controlling things, always wanting to have a three-dimensional grasp on things, want to know what this is, want to define everything, because you feel afraid and you feel insecure, so you want to be certain, so you want to control. So this habit is still in you because you've practiced it for a very long time. It's how you've been living your life. Now you're using these tools for manifesting and things that you want as manifesting in your life. Now your same old self with your negative habits is going to start relating to these manifestations. And a lot of people find that once they start creating their life, that a lot of things that they manifest leave, and then they start to work again, and then it comes back, and then they manifest things again, and then things leave. It's like they're repelling it. The reason they're repelling it is because they still have that old vibration in them, and they're using those old vibrational patterns again to relate to these new manifestations. The first thing that's going to happen when you're manifesting and when you're creating is you're going to notice a lot of your old negative habits and negative patterns starting to stick out. Once you start creating, you start visualizing, you start scripting, you start meditating, you're on a more positive momentum, and the momentum that wasn't supporting what you're trying to create is going to stand out because it's going to feel very odd to you. Now, there are three things you can do to switch yourself back to positive, or to slow down the momentum. One, you can ignore it. Ignoring it works beautifully. If you've cultivated negative patterns, I'm sure you believe that when you want something, it's best for you to think about it, focus on it until it manifests. No. If you're focusing on it and it's making you excited, it's keeping you excited, you feel positive, you're feeling, it's releasing a lot of endorphins, you're waking up excited about your manifestations, you're eager, then great, keep thinking about it. But once you focus on it and you don't feel very excited, let it go and ignore it. What happens is that when we're on this level, our manifestation is obviously on a higher vibrational level. And when we start focusing and visualizing and doing this work, our vibration raises to the level of the manifestation. And once we have the same vibration as the manifestation, we no longer feel excited by it, or we no longer feel passionate about it, and we're already on the same playing field as what we are creating. So it feels normal. It's no longer a big deal. It's no longer special. What you do in this instance is just to let it go. Forget about it because it's already manifested. You just haven't seen it yet. So just let it go. Don't think about it too much or try too hard, because that's only going to take you back to where you're coming from. You're going to start to move backwards, and that could repel the thing that you've been working so hard to create. Ignore it. Ignore the negative momentum that's sticking out. The second thing to do about the negative momentum that you notice is to find something exciting to do. You've been doing your work, like I said, you're feeling good about what you're creating, you feel like it's getting closer, and the negativity starts sticking out again. Just bypass it and go find something that excites you, that makes you feel good, that you feel passionate about to do. Once you start doing this, you're conditioning your body to stay in that state of excitement and high vibration, which is the vibration that you want, which is the vibration that allows your manifestations in. So you go and do something that's exciting, that you feel passionate about, that makes you feel good, because you just stay in this high vibrational emotional state, and then you can maintain this high vibration that is allowing the things that you want into your life. The third thing to do is to change that negative energy. If you're feeling strong enough vibrationally and mentally, and you feel like you can transform that negative pattern into something positive, then go for that. Those are the three options. You ignore it, or you find something exciting to do to maintain your high vibration, or I just lost my train of thought. Or you can change the negative energy into something positive. And how do you change into something positive? First of all, you have to integrate it. You can't avoid the energy because it's already part of your energy. You have to accept it. Accept that you're being negative about what you want right now, and be okay with it. Once you accept it and you're okay with it, you start to laugh about it. Once you start laughing about it, you're already changing the energy from negative to positive, because you start defining the negativity in a positive way. You start looking at it more positively, and now it starts to serve you, bringing your vibration back up again to the high vibrational place of where your manifestation is. Now, the second thing to do to maintain your manifestation is to start creating the next thing. I spoke about having your scale of believability. This is the scale of, on the scale of 1 to 10, the things that you believe the most are more possible for you to create right now. Those are the things from a 7 to 10. Now, these 3 items you're going to start working with. And once you find that your energy is on the same level and it's no longer exciting for you and it hasn't manifested yet, move on to the next thing on your list. Have a creation box. Have a creation box that you fill with an abundance of things that you want. It doesn't matter how crazy it sounds. It doesn't matter how far-fetched the desires are. Just put it in there. Once you're done with the first set of things you want to create, go back into your creation box and find the next set of things that are on a scale of maybe 5 to 7 on your level of believability, meaning what you believe that you can actually manifest and have in your life now. So that's going to be the next set of manifestations. 3 things is a good number. Now you start scripting on those things. You start meditating to slow down the negative patterns you have on those things. You start appreciating on those things, and you start writing positive words and speaking positive words on those things every single day. You keep doing this while you've completely forgot about the first set of things you were creating. What happens is, because you've completely forgot about this first set of things, your energy expands and it allows it to move into your life, because you're no longer focused on it negatively. You're focused on these new manifestations. Now, these new manifestations are going to be keeping your vibration high and positive and exuberant, which is also the vibration that you want, because it's a high frequency, and it's also going to allow more of the things that you desire into your life. Now, you're focused on this second set of creations, and now you find that your energy is on the same level when you no longer feel excited and passionate about it, and you kind of feel bored whenever you visualize it. It means that you're on the same level of the manifestation. So move on to the next 3 things, which is the third tier of creation. Find something else in your creation box that is on the next level of believability, maybe from a scale of 3 to 5. And I'm sure now you would notice that since your frequency has risen a lot, that your scale of believability, the things that were on a scale of from 3 to 5 now feel like 7 to 10, because your vibration is so high now. It's just the gap is very small. So now start focusing on these things, start visualizing these things, start scripting about these things, start appreciating these things, and you're going to put yourself in the place of expectation for these manifestations. And while you're doing this, you still have 2 other lower tiers of things that you're creating that you've completely forgotten about and you've completely let go of. Now, this energy of excitement from the third group of things you're creating is going to allow those other first 2 things to move into your life faster. And when you're creating this third group of manifestations, your energy is going to stay excited because you're enjoying the first 2 groups of things already, because they've probably already manifested in your life. So you have 2 other things, 2 other groups of things that have manifested that you're enjoying, that you're basking in, that you're relating with, that you're excited about, and your self-esteem just goes off the roof. You start to feel worthy. You feel like you deserve all the things that you know you desire, and your energy is also great. And now, because you're also busy on the third group of things that you're creating, you don't have the time to allow the old negative patterns to just come back in and sort of disrupt the first two sets of manifestation. So you're maintaining a high vibration without getting your old habits into your new manifestations, and you keep creating new things. So this way your energy stays open and you stay in the energy of continuous creation, which is the perfect place to be, and you're feeling great and you're having a really good time. The third and final thing I would say about how to maintain your manifestations is not to be attached to the manifestation. Once you start this process of creating your life, you're going to start to notice that what you're really creating is you. You're really creating an expanded version of you, a better version of yourself. That's what you want to experience. The things in the external world really don't matter, and they don't have the energy for a long period of time to sustain a high vibration. Once you manifest something, a couple of weeks go by, next thing you know, you're already seeing some of the negative things about this manifestation, and your energy starts to drop. And that's not what you want, because once your energy starts to drop, you're going to start negatively manifesting. You want to maintain a high frequency. So do not be attached to the manifestation. Being attached to the manifestation is going to cause the manifestation to influence your energy, and your energy is going to influence the manifestation, causing it to influence your energy more. It's like a continuous loop. So you want to keep your loop a continuous loop of positivity by focusing on other things that still have a high vibration and is still feeding you with high, good, positive energy. And like I said, you're going to realize that what you're really passionate about creating is your emotional state and bringing out the God that's within you. Sometimes when you've been in a very negative loop for a very long time, it can feel like the most difficult thing on earth. But I promise you, once you start to practice this and you start to do it longer and longer, you're really going to enjoy the process, and you're just going to be loving how your life is looking, and most especially how you're feeling. I love you. I adore you. Please subscribe and enjoy. I am Goddess Green. Thank you very much.